If you're a health of a life coach and you're wondering how you can make money in your coaching business, then stay tuned. In this episode of the show, I'm going to share a bunch of ideas, different things that you can do that is not just coaching to make money in your coaching business. Let's dive in. Hi there, welcome to the Wholehearted Business Show. I'm Laura. I help heart-centered and highly sensitive health and life coaches get more clients, grow the business and live the best lives while they do it. And today on the show, we're talking all about how can you make more money in your coaching business. This is more about the different things that you can offer that isn't just coaching. So I'm sure most of you guys who are watching the show will know that you can have a coaching business and you can have other offers that is not just coaching. And I wanted to just give you a fun episode where we run through a bunch of different things that you can do, maybe to spark off some ideas, maybe to get you thinking creatively about the things that you can do. And we're going to just go through all of these different ideas. If you are interested in running a business where you have multiple offers, then please do check out my free business model training. This is really essential if you want to understand how these offers fit together to actually create a profitable business, because when you don't have the business plan, the business model in place, you are going to struggle. So obviously the first thing that you can offer is actual coaching. We're not going to deep dive into this one at all. You might want to offer a coaching package, which typically is around a transformation that you provide for people. It's a series of sessions. You might offer one-off sessions. There's all kinds of different versions of coaching that you can offer, but obviously that is something that you can offer. I would always say that's the primary thing if you have trained as a coach that you want to offer. So coaching. You can sell packages, one-off sessions, etc. Next is group coaching. You can coach a group of people at once. There's lots of different ways to structure group offers. I'm going to link to a bunch of different episodes of the show that I've done covering a lot of these different ideas, so you can deep dive into this if it makes sense for you. But group coaching is a great way to move from coaching people one-to-one to a more leveraged kind of version of that, where you can work with more people at once and therefore, in theory, generate more income through working with a group. There's lots of different things I could say about group coaching. I absolutely love group coaching. Wholehearted Business is my group program that I adore. Do check that out. The link is in the description. Get on the wait list because it's the most amazing group program for growing a coaching business for highly sensitive, heart-centered people in a really cozy way. That is the place to be. Check out the link in the description. But yeah, group coaching is absolutely amazing. You can offer a membership. So this is something that is becoming, and I mean, it always has been really in the coaching industry, I think, for a long time, been a really popular way to generate income. You offer something for people each month. They stay in the membership for however long you might have that set up for. But basically the idea is that people join the membership, they stay for however long, and you are offering them something on an ongoing basis. Memberships have got pros and cons. I've ran memberships before. My group program is kind of a group program membership hybrid. Again, I'll link to the episode of the show where I talk about why that's the case. But memberships can be fantastic if they suit the way that you like to work. There's pros and cons to it, but memberships can be fantastic. Subscriptions. Now, I've put this as a different way of generating income to a membership, because what I'm thinking of here is things like Substack. So if you're not familiar with Substack, it is a platform where you can offer content. It's not just written content, although that tends to be the core of it. Now there's live video podcasts where people basically pay a subscription and they join your Substack and they get content from you. And it's very similar to a membership, but I've kind of identified this separately. But a subscription can be really, really great. Also, some of these other offers can really support, like the offers that are more expensive or a bigger investment, for people to move into those. So a subscription, similar to a membership, slightly different, that can be something else that you can offer that is paid in your business as well. You can also offer an online course. Again, probably quite an obvious one, but creating an online course that people can either take self-study or that you deliver live. At the moment, I'm right in the middle of delivering my cozy coaching business systems program live, and it is so much fun delivering it live with people. It's a complete one-off. I'm probably never going to offer it again, but I'm getting so much joy, and just helping people with the systems, with the AI stuff has been really, really great. So it's been fantastic to do that. So creating a course that you sell that people can use at any time, that's completely self-study, or running a course and doing it as a live round. Those are both great ways to generate income in your business. Again, you need to have the business model that makes sense for this, because it's not just as easy as creating a course and then selling it. You need to think about the volume of people who need to buy that course and what they need to have in place and what you need to have in place, most importantly, to make that course profitable. The next thing that you might want to offer is a low ticket offer. Now, I'm going to talk about a few different things under the heading of this, because a low ticket offer isn't really a thing in and of itself. It is something that's positioned in your business in a certain way. Now, a low ticket offer can be a course. in its own right. It can be a masterclass, which we're going to come on to in a second. It can be a template or a tool. It can be an audio program. There's all sorts of different things that you can offer as a low ticket offer. Now, a low ticket, again, really depends on your niche and where you're sat in the industry. But generally for me, I think of a low ticket is under $100, under £100, depending again on how much you charge for your other things. And again, a low ticket offer kind of has a very specific role in your business in terms of what it fulfills and how it strategically works, something we cover in the business model free training, so do check that out. But a low ticket offer can be a number of things. It can be an email sequence that you send that's actually paid. It can be, like I said, audio course. It can be a video course. It can be a masterclass. It can be some templates. It can be a PDF, all sorts of different things that you can have as a low ticket offer. Something else that you can offer is affiliates. So you can affiliate for other programs, other products, other services, and you will get a little bit of money every time someone signs up. So this can work really well if you've built up a bit of a sizable audience, and if you know, love, use something that is also relevant for your audience, you can be an affiliate for it. There's various different things that I have affiliate links for that I have on my website. Kit, which is my email service provider, I have affiliate links for Kit, and I get a little kickback if someone decides to sign up with Kit using my link. Also, the program To Be Magnetic, TBM, I'm a big fan of that program. I've been part of that program for a while. I have a little bit of affiliate income that comes back from that. When I did my initial health coaching training and I was talking about IIN, who I trained with, if someone signed up via me, I would get a kickback for that as well. So there's all sorts of different ways that you can use affiliates to generate income. Along a similar line, you can also be a referral partner for someone. So this is very similar to an affiliate, but it's a little bit more manual in that you are really kind of like referring people on to someone in a more kind of personalised one-to-one way. In fact, the IIN stuff that I was saying just before was probably more of a referral than an affiliate, but it's where you may be having conversations and referring a client to a different coach or a different practitioner because that's the next step in their journey or something similar to that, but you receive a little kickback in thanks for you doing that referral. So that can be another way to generate income in your coaching business. You can also run ads. So again, this is another volume thing, but if you have a YouTube channel like me, hello, and you are lucky enough to have a significant number of subscribers and views, you can serve ads on your YouTube channel and you can receive some income. How much that might be depends entirely on the volume of people that are watching your videos, but you can get income from your ads. You can also run ads on your podcast if you have a big enough number of listeners and downloads. Again, whether or not that's right for you strategically with a podcast is a whole other conversation. But yes, you can run ads on YouTube if you have a YouTube channel, and that can be another little source of income, or even a big source of income potentially too. Along a similar vein, if you do have a sizable Instagram following or social media following, you can do work as an influencer. Now, it might not be what you want to do. It might not feel like the right thing, but if you do have a sizable audience, there is a possibility that brands will want to work with you. That doesn't necessarily have to take away from your coaching. I did quite a bit of this in the early days of my health coaching business through the blog. Before Instagram kind of took off, bloggers were, I like to say, the original influencers, and I did quite a lot of work with brands on my blog and worked in partnership with a lot of them, and that generated a good chunk of money for me. So don't be afraid if you have built a significant audience that you can actually do that as well. Another thing that you can offer that will generate income in your coaching business is to run a paid masterclass. This again is, you can have it as a low ticket, higher ticket, it's totally up to you where they sit strategically, but where you basically teach something in a class and people can purchase that class, they can come live, they can get the replay. There's all sorts of different ways to structure it, but essentially you are teaching something in a class and people can pay to access that. You can also offer retreats. So obviously this is quite a big thing to offer, but you can create, run, organise retreats, have people come along and pay to be on them, where you might coach them one-to-one, you might coach them in a group, you might offer different things as part of that retreat. I've run several retreats now, and I do have a free retreat planning guide actually, which I will also put the link in the description for. So I've run a number of different retreats and they've always been really successful, really fun to run, have just worked really, really well, and it can be a fantastic thing to offer in your business and a great way to generate income and just have that actual in-person connection with people. Another similar thing to retreats that you can offer that will generate income is to run events. And that might just be a day event rather than a longer event that's a retreat, but you can run events as well. And that is another way to bring people together, to charge for what it is that you are offering in that event, and to bring more money into your coaching business. Also potentially connect with people who might want to become more like work with you further and become one-to-one clients too. You can also offer training. So this might be a more formal training that you offer yourself, but it's more of a training rather than a masterclass. It's a bit more along the training line. Again, like depending on your niche, how you might want to define that as a different thing, but you might want to offer training. You might also want to offer corporate training. So this is something I did again as a health coach many years ago, was I went in and trained employees around some wellbeing stuff, and that was very much a corporate training relationship where they would pay me to come in and train their staff. Something else that you can offer is actually consultancy as well. So you can consult to other organizations, companies, brands, etc. in your role as a coach, in your role as an expert. You can also offer consultancy services. So there you go. That is 15 different ideas, if I've counted that correctly, of ways that you can generate income in your coaching business that is not just one-to-one coaching. And it's really exciting, I think, to think about these different possibilities, because these days it does make sense for many different reasons to have a more diversified income stream, a more diversified way of making money in your coaching business. But you do have to be careful. You do have to think strategically about how this makes sense, which again is why I'm suggesting you all go and download the free business model training, because that will keep you right, so that you're not just creating loads of stuff and it's not selling, and all the pitfalls that can come with creating multiple different offers. But it can be really exciting, especially if you are multi-passionate, heart-centered, especially if you want to be able to have a way of generating income that is not solely connected to you actually having to show up in a certain way at a certain time. So it can be a really attractive thing for those of us who are highly sensitive, heart-centered, neurodivergent as well. So there we have it, guys. I really hope that has been useful. I just wanted to do a nice little fun, quick episode of the show, giving you lots of ideas for things that you can do. Again, if you want any support with creating any of this stuff, thinking strategically about it, I've got lots of ways that you can work with me on my website. Do get in touch. There's one-off calls. I've got my coaching package. I've got Wholehearted Business. Come and get in touch. I'm really friendly, really happy, obviously really friendly. God, I'm really happy to have chats with anyone who just wants to have a chat about what that could look like. Do get in touch. All of the information is in the description. Okay, guys, you have a fantastic rest of the week. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you've enjoyed about this episode. What kind of income do you bring into your coaching business? Is there anything that I haven't thought of that you want to add to that list? Let me know in the comments. And if you're listening on the podcast, please do either pop me a message on Instagram. I'm at wholeheartedlylaura. Pop me a DM. Or there is a little link in the podcast description where you can leave me a little bit of fan mail, basically, and let me know what you've enjoyed about this episode. And I'll be back next week, guys. Take care. See you then. Bye.